much skill required for school head in school-based management. And lastly, describe the factors that contribute to school effectiveness. So the three of these desired learning outcomes will be expected on this lesson for today. So let's proceed to the lesson content. So the meaning of school-based management or SPM. School-based management is a decentralized management initiative by developing power or authority to school head, teacher, parents, and students. So wherein SPM is an approach to running schools that involves the participation of various stakeholders in decision-making process to improve the quality of education and in SPM, authority and responsibility are decentralized from central government bodies to individual schools, empowering them to make decisions regarding budgeting, curriculum development, staffing, and other aspects of school management. So, why decentralization is important? It helps to distribute power and control across multiple nodes or entities. Enhances security by reducing the vulnerability to attack and manipulation. Promotes trust and transparency by allowing multiple participants to validate and verify transactions or actions. So, in simple terms, decentralization promotes a more democratic, resilient, secure, and innovative system. It empowers individuals and communities by giving them more control over their data and resources. So, Miss Dominique. So, from the sentences I have mentioned before, the importance of decentralization. For you or your opinion, why decentralization is important? Sa ako lang na-read ganun. From the word decentralization, because as we know, decentralization is the distribution of powers from the central or the main office to individual schools. So for you, why is it important to divide the authority or powers sa isa ka main office? Do you have any ideas?
So, sa ako na pala is, it's better na naatay ka na dito more as a leader na mag-divide sa kanang mga information sa uban, mag-distribute sa mga kuan. Kaya instead of like, kung tanan bitaw mga mag-buot lang, wala tayo ka ng moral, dili bitaw magkasinag-talay. So it's better na naay inaning system para kanang mas magpili-usab bitaw na magkasinag-talay.
Exactly. So decentralization works in every constitution or institution, especially here in our school. So our main office is the office of the president. And isa na sa kabuo. But ang power niya is di-divide. We have the finance. If manggo mahitabo ba siya na ang tanan sa accounting, sa budgeting, sa uban pa nga ang mahitabuan na is kaning chaos or kaning dili na mahibaw-an mo sa kapagdulot na ng resources. So here in our school, ang ato ang head sa kaning, we have 4 vice presidents, right? We have the VPAA, VP CAS, VP pat ni sila. And under nila ani is lahi-lahi na sa sports, under ni VPAA. For example, ni VP CAS is ang sports and culture and arts na mga activities ni VPAA, nasa iya academic affairs, like, tapos ang isa po, nasa iya ang accounting of kanina sa accounting, budgeting, and all. So, nasabtan nga nung importante ang decentralization sa isa pa school?
Yes!
So, the second one is SBM, or the school-based management, is a strategy to improve education by transferring significant decision-making authority from the DepEd Central Office, regional offices, division offices to individual schools. So, involving stakeholders in decision-making processes, and empowering schools to address their unique challenges and opportunities. By dividing the resources and the authority, they can easily kaning makita kung asa ang problems and kung sa needs nga kailangan i-solution. Kaya para dili ra kay siya kanang murag wide or big kaayo ang range sa ilahang problemahon, kay kani sila, kung example si VP Cas, makita ra niya mura niya iyahang problemahon, dili na siya maabot dito sa kaning sa academic affairs or sa agriculture kay dili man iyahang trabaho. So mas na simple ang trabaho, mas dali makita ang solutions. So the next one is SBM provides principals, teachers, students, and parents greater control over the education process by giving them responsibility for decision about personnel, budget, personnel, and the curriculum. So one of the main examples of this is, since elementary we have the PTA programs, PTPA programs, the parents and teachers, PT about sa one classroom concerns. And the kinabusan ni ang GPTA program, which is ang overall sa kaning may from ang parents, ang teachers sa kaning mga needs nato sa kaning ako ang schools, mga bayron na nato, and na-explain dito asa nakabutan ang mga budgets, right? So, let's proceed to the next one.
The next one is SBM and the principle of subsidiary. SBM is dealing with the principle of subsidiary, which states that it is the people at the lowest level who will know best their problems and so far in the best position to address the same. So, for example, in the following SBM, teachers of parents collaborate sila para i-address ang specific na challenges sa students. Like for example, ga-offer sila mga tutoring or mentorship program. So, by this, ina-ensure nila na ma-meet ang problems in ma-meet ang solution that in a unique needs of each school. So, the aim of SBM is to improve the quality of education by tailoring strategies to specific needs of each school. So there are advantages and disadvantages of SBM.
So let's proceed to the advantage of SBM. So, Mr. Horayan, kindly read the first bullet.
Allow competent individuals in the school to make decisions that will improve learning.
So, thank you. So, one of the examples of this, in a school implementing SBM, a group of experienced teachers and the principal collaborates to introduce a new project-based learning initiative. So, every month, or not every month, or by every week, magpatawag dyan ng isa ka leader to, like, one of the best example of this is ang kaning research sa ato ang mga instructors, wherein gina-promote nila ang isang kaning innovative or initiative na kaning teaching na kaning or more specifically isa ka strategy to improve ang kaning or to give solutions sa isang problem or to improve something sa isang program. So the next bullet is give the entire school community a voice and a key decisions. So, best example na ko ani is katong 888 na to karon sa school or ang kaning evaluation forms na nato sa kaning ato ang instructors. So, dili ra sad sila ang kaning naay voice but also ang students nato or isa mga tao na maka-give of feedback or mo gini siya nga maka-give of feedback sa isang program ba ka or sa isang individual no. So, the next bullet is lead to greater creativity in the designs of programs. So, example of this is, one of the best example of this is particularly in junior high school. We have here in BNHS, we have the SPA or the Special Program in Arts, the Special Program in Sports, the Special the special program in journalism. And by senior high school, we have this the STEM, the UMS, the TVL, and the GAS, which programs gina-enhance nila ang skills sa isa ka student aron mag-abot nila diri sa kaning college is kaning prepared sila and kabalo sila kung asa sila padulong. So the next bullet or the fourth bullet is redirect resources to support the goals development in each school. So example of this is the need to improve technology advancement or infrastructure to enhance digital literacy among students. So here in the Philippines, gabilong pa ta sa kaning ga-advance pa ato ang technology. But frankly, nanigid ta sa point na kaning advance na gid ang ato ang technology but kulang pa gid ang ato ang resources. That's why in need sa education, need gid ang ato ang technology advancement. More specifically manggon, natay kaning courses baya nga kaning like sa IT, lagi sila yung digital literacy dito mga ano dyan. So, need na to ang advancement sa technology. The next one is lead to realistic budgeting as parents and teachers become more aware of the school's financial status, spending limitation, and the cost of its program. So, na-advantage ni siya sa SBM because labi na ni ang PTA kay kani laging ma-inform ang ato ang mga parents. So, murag malikay siya, kakalikay ni siya nato sa kaning questions or kaning mga pagduha-duha sa kaning kwan. Isa na ba yung sa parents yung list mga question dito sa mga bayaran mo nato sa schools, right? Sabi na din ni ang kaning mga projects nato. So, advantage din ni ang kaning mga PTA meetings or kaning mga PTA meetings. So, the next one is to improve morale of teachers and nurture new leadership at all levels. So with the help of SBL, where it fosters improvement and new leadership skills sa ato ang sa ato ang mga instructors, not just them but also ang students. Kay dinapasa mo nila sa ato kung sa ang ilahang ideas. So let's proceed to the disadvantage of SBM.
So the disadvantage of SBM, first, participatory decision making. So when it says participatory decision making, like time consuming kay siya when it comes to decision making. So slow niya ang process mo nang very time consuming siya. So, next is inequitable distribution of resources. So, inequitable distribution of resources leading to disparities among schools. So, disadvantage of SBM, where school with more active and influential stakeholders must receive sila more resources compared sa others. So, muna siya, galing siya disparities, inequality of education and opportunities available to students across the different schools. So the next is potential for favoritism. So ang SBM is ga-arise siya when decision making is influenced by personal relationship or bias rather. So, kani siya, the result ni siya unfair treatment and decision that dili siya maka-benefit sa tanan student equality. So next, increase administrative burden. So tungod kay both kay siya sa explain ni Juana, gatake siya more responsibilities in managing resources, finances, and decision-making process in school. So lastly, risk of fragmentation. So due to decentralized decision-making, SBM as decentralized decision-making can lead to inconsistencies, policies, and practices among schools. education may hinder coordination and connection within the educational system, impacting overall effective and efficient.
So the next one is, let's proceed to the functions, rules, and knowledge or skill required for a school head in school-based management. So the first one, let's talk about the functions of a school head. So the first one is strategic planning. So one of the main examples of strategic planning is developing long-term goals and plans for the school's improvement. So, nakakita na natin sa atong school nga bisag naa natay mga infrastructure is kulang-kulang ng Japon. Like for example, ang ato ang covered court, naa na siya pero ibungkag siya kay para imo na sad siya og lain infrastructure. Para sa ato is very one kay siya kaning beneficial kay siya. But na siya other side nga advantage pod sa ato kay nakita mo dyan nato, nakita sa ato ang mga leaders na ang ato ang canteen is delikado siya when it comes to earthquake, no? Kay namo siya sa pinakailalim niya. Dili na gid siya implemented karon nga magamit og kaning mga basement labi na sa kaning schools. That's why di bali nila dira sa kaning CC kay mo gud siya ang open space. So, makuha yun na ito ang mga leaders, kapangita nila sila ang mga plans, not just for their own good, but for the goodness of the students. No? So, the next one is the resource management. So, one of the main examples is the allocating budget, staffing, and other resources effectively to support teaching and learning. So, nakakuha na to ang example na is ang liquidation, which is nakakita kung asa nakapaikon ng mga budgets or kani naabot ko na nahitabo ng mga projects. So, number 3 is instructional leadership. So, ang example ani is the setting academic standards. So, if nagbutang ka og if ikaw isa ka educator, nagtudlo ka sa imong students, syempre, nag-set na ka og standards kung unsa ang ilang kaya i-provide sa imuha or unsa ang kaya nila ihatag sa imuha sa imong mga gipang-instruct. Dili kay nagtudlo lang ka, unya imong mga students imo lang ipasagdan nga mag-cellphone na ra sa kilid. So, ikaw nga teacher, gaset ka og standards sa ilang mga buhat nila niya isa ka butang, kinahuman naman ka og buhat nahuman naman ka-explain para sa ilang. So the next one is community engagement. Of course, very relevant kay sa ato labi na kitang mga first year students kay we are engaged labi na sa kaning ato. One of the best example of this is our community immersion or ang ato ang NSTP community immersion. We're ga-engage ta gamit ang ato ang resources or ato ang mga nangatunan sa school to help the community. No? Sabi na sa ato mga educators is LTS, which is the Literacy Training Service. Wherein, ang usa to ang natunan is ga-teach kita sa kanong mga students, sabi na ang mga out-of-school youth. So, the communication of engagement or help sa community. The last one is administrative oversight. So, this is in managing a day-to-day operations here in our schools. Muna ni siya kita mo sa tuwa. Kitang tanan ang instructors na silang trabaho adlaw-adlaw. Kita po students, we have the responsibility to come here in school to learn, not just to open up our phones, no? We have the responsibility na magtuon, hindi kayo magsisira o tama. So the next one, let's proceed to the rules of a school head. So the first one is a leader. So at one of the first leader here in our school is our president, Dr. Lloyd Russell. So wherein siya ang inspiring and motivating staff sa students and stakeholders, and dili lang si Ma'am Joy ang leaders. Kita students. Okay, kita kita man mismo ang mag-lead sa atong mga kaugalingon, no? Dili kay dugdugkon pa ta para maglihok. Next is a manager. Iyang trabaho is overseeing the efficient operations of the school, including the budgeting, scheduling, and personal management. Next one is to advocate or the advocator. So, ang nag-advocate yun sa isa ka classroom is iyang yung advisor. Pero kita sa isa po sa nato is kaning nagide-advocacy sa ato ang pag-eskwela. Like for example, ikaw lugar tayo, posible kayo na eskwela ka diri niya, wala kay advocacy, right? So, naging sa ato ang atong advocacy. Next one is mediator. So, mediator is continuously seeking professional development opportunities to stay updated on best practices in education and leadership. So, let's proceed to the knowledge or skill required for a school head in school-based management. The first one is educational leadership. So, understanding of pedagogical practices or curriculum development and educational trends. So, letter B, financial management. So, financial management is the knowledge of budgeting, accounting, and resource allocation principles. So number 3 is communication skills. Of course, communication skills, problem-solving skills, collaboration, and ethical leadership is required siya sa isa ka leader or sa isa ka school head. Kaya if wala ni sila tanan, how come kabalo ka mag-lead sa imong isa ka institution? Like for example, kaning buksod ako kay ni siya na institution, so ni especially ni Ma'am Joy na ma-acquire, kaya hindi man siya kita pong president if hindi siya na-acquire ng mga knowledge or skills. So, our last one is the factors that contribute to school effectiveness. Okay?
So there are two factors, which is human factors and non-human factors. So human factors, this includes a dynamic school head, highly selected, competent, and committed teachers, highly motivated pupils with high expectation and supportive community. So kani sila mga tao, muni sila ang contribute sa success sa school. Kasi kani iwan na mga leader. So, right. The next one is non-human factor process. This refers to clear and shared vision, mission, high expectation, ambitious standard, emphasis on accountability, aligned curriculum and instruction and assessment with state definite standard, efficiency or optimal utilization of resources and facilities, collaboration and communication, focused professional development and global future orientation. So, example ani is the alignment of curriculum. So, there is a book sa mga instruction, naghatag sila kanang assessment para sa assessment para ma-meet ang standard sa school. If kanang ang mga student best, dagan siya na-learn. So, next is kanang mga lesson plan. Teaching methods and assessment to ensure that they are in line with the prescribed educational standard. So, and this contribute to overall effectiveness and success of educational